Up next, we have Avenna Huang. Avenna became a social media influencer at the age of 13 for speaking all 6 official United Nations languages. Her interest in languages grew from a love for understanding people and cultures. She enjoys studying psychology and history with hopes to one day pursue a career in law. Outside the classroom, Avenna is fascinated by filmmaking and figure skating. In her talk, she offers a thoughtful look into both the light and the unseen, darker side of social media attention, what it gives, what it takes, and what it means for young people finding their voice in a digital world.
The title of Avenna's talk is The End of the Influencer. Being real is the future of online fame. Avenna takes us behind the scenes of going viral at 13 to reveal the hidden toll of internet fame and the unexpected hope in what's coming next. From algorithm anxiety to the emotional burnout of constant performance, she opens up about the high cost of likes and views. But as AI begins to blur the line between real and artificial personas, Avenna asks, could authenticity become the most powerful form of influence? Please welcome on stage, Avenna Huang.
With viral videos, likes, and followers. But the truth is, the influencer world is evolving. Behind the glamour of golden toilets and private jets lies a world of burnout, pressure, and constant reinvention. But is the spotlight really worth the sacrifice? Let me put it this way. Think of something so unfathomable, so beyond your grasp, that it feels absurd to even consider. It's impossible, right? Because how can you possibly imagine the unimaginable? Yet the very thing I thought would never happen, happened to me. At just 13, I created a social media account with over 100,000 followers, with one of my videos reaching an incredible 8.5 million views. But behind those numbers was a completely different reality. Late nights, relentless effort, and the constant struggle to balance schoolwork with an online presence that demanded my every single moment. Today, I'm here to share my story. From the highs of viral success to the hidden struggles of maintaining it, and my perspective on where the future of influencing is headed. I remember my first viral video. That night, my mom and I, we were in our pajamas. She was on the couch, I was on the carpet. From the corner of my eye, I saw the notifications flashing. I heard my phone buzzing. And that's when I realized my content had gone viral. I couldn't tear myself away from my phone because of how fast the numbers were going up. From hundreds to thousands, from thousands to tens of thousands, I suddenly felt validated. Like all the hard work I put in was finally paying off. It was incredible to know that my content was resonating with people from all over the world. For a while, everything seemed perfect. Or so I thought. Fast forward to a few months later. The numbers started to change. The engagement dropped. The views went down. Everything slowed down. It was like standing still in a river while everything flowed around me. I began to fear losing momentum and fading away online as fast as I had blown up. At first, I tried to brush it off, telling myself it was just a passing thought. But I had gotten so used to the thrill of social media validation that the sudden silence felt suffocating. I couldn't understand why. I was putting in the same amount of effort and creativity, yet it just wasn't the same. What made it worse was the fact that there was so little I could do. Hoping to make sense of the sudden drop in engagement, I dove into articles trying to figure out what I may have done wrong. The word algorithm kept popping up, making me wonder whether it was some mysterious force that controlled content visibility. When I started learning about algorithms, I quickly realized the word confused didn't even come close to describing how I felt. I came across terms I didn't understand, like A/B testing or engagement rates. They sounded way too fancy for me. I mean, come on. When I first saw engagement rates, I thought, is this how many people get married a year? But no matter how much I read or researched, I couldn't shake the feeling that the internet had its own unwritten rules, prioritizing certain types of content while leaving others to fade away. It wasn't about blame. It was the unpredictability of it all. It was hard never knowing if my next post will be a hit or a miss. At first, the pressure of content creation was entirely self-imposed. I felt like I had to constantly outdo myself and keep up the pace I had unconsciously set. But over time, everyone else's expectations started to get to my head. Each new post, each new video began to feel like a gamble, and what once was my escape, a world where I could create without limits, started to feel overwhelming. As the gap between who I was online and who I was behind the screen grew wider, I found myself questioning whether I could handle the spotlight I had stepped into. And honestly, I hated it. While I appeared like someone who had it all figured out, I was actually somebody who struggled with self-doubt and the emotional toll of balancing passion and the pressure to keep up. It took time, but I did eventually learn that burnout isn't inevitable. By setting boundaries, finding joy beyond metrics, and embracing imperfection, creativity can be reclaimed. Because true fulfillment doesn't come from chasing numbers, but from prioritizing mental health. All right, as unpredictable as the internet can be, it's nothing compared to the changes coming from something that is undeniably shaping our future. Artificial intelligence. What happens when AI can seamlessly create viral videos, mimic human behavior so perfectly people don't even realize their favorite influencers are actually AI generated? Will the influencer role evolve into something more curatorial or collaborative? The future of influencers might not even center on humans at all. The rise of AI in content creation brings with it an urgent need for transparency, especially when the audience cannot easily tell whether a persona or a piece of content was created by an AI or an actual human. Without clear disclosure, this could be seen as deception, like breaking the trust bond created between the influencer and the people inspired by them. As AI gets more and more recognition in content creation, and brands move towards micro-influencers and community-based marketing, the era of the single, all-powerful influencer could fade. In fact, with AI being so popular among content creation, authenticity online may no longer be just a trend. It could become a requirement. People who are chronically online will start to crave transparency more than ever. With so much AI-generated content created by AI-generated people, the need for something real, something human is only going to grow. Like I mentioned before, this lack of transparency could lead to more than just confusion. It could create a deeper issue. Disconnection. If people start to question whether their favorite influencers are actually AI-generated, the sense of relatability and genuine connection could vanish in an instant. On top of that, the psychological impact of AI influencers projecting perfectly curated and idealized lives could drive viewers, particularly the younger ones, into a constant state of comparison with an unrealistic standard, leading some to feel defeated and unmotivated to pursue with their own goals. At some point, being authentic will be the only way to get people to pay attention. But ironically, we might just end up right where we started. See, as AI gets more and more recognition, the only way to truly stand out could be as simple as being yourself, by being human. But isn't that funny? Because that's exactly where we are right now. As we move forward, the future of influencing will be shaped by the choices we make today. Because the question isn't whether AI will change things, but how it will. Creators, platforms, and audiences must act consciously to ensure authenticity isn't just valued, but actively protected and safeguarded. Together, we must build a digital environment where the voices of being human remains at the heart of it all, and not just as an echo in the algorithms. So, are influencers really no longer wanted? Maybe it's not the influencers who we're tired of, but the pressure, the perfection, and the constant chase for numbers. Whether you're a creator or a consumer, the key is to redirect influence, not as a spotlight to stand under, but as a bridge to understanding and expression. If you're ready to handle this new way of content creating, pick up your phone, post a video, create with purpose, and see you online.